Hello, everybody. This is Fanny. How are you? Happy Friday. I just wanted to pop in for Instagram. I haven't done a live video or video just for my Instagram for a long time. So I wanted to take 5 minutes to come and stay. First, start with a happy birthday to the Navy Chiefs. Okay, so today is big day for the Navy. Okay, Navy Chief, Navy Pride, yay! They have their chief's birthdays, right? I made this mandala a few years ago when my ex-husband, uh, graduated, became chief, got promoted chief, right? So I actually recorded a big session today, hour and a half session about that, started talking about this mandala. And you see, actually, let me show you, from the colors are kind of they didn't print well the colors for this one, but you see you have the stars. So the chief is when they become part of the fraternity, the chiefs, right? And then they can go keep ranking, right? Become senior chief, master chief. This is when they get the stars. So you see the ranks in what they are wearing. If they have the stars, they are senior chiefs or master chiefs. And you can also, well, in the uniform, if you see a military in the uniform, you can also tell their rank or the number of years, depending on how many stripes they have, so the number of years that they've been serving, and all these like color codes, symbolism codes, actually, that is super interesting. I didn't mention that in the session, but you see all these symbols, even what I show in the mandalas, these as code language, okay, that you find in every area of life. So mostly, of course, in the military, and but in everywhere, even in the language of nature, outside. So I wanted to invite you. Well, say happy birthday. You guys celebrate today. They were doing activities. This is a super hard training when they become chief, and so then they celebrate that, right? This is a big accomplishment. So yeah, I recorded this whole session, and then it started going, like, I started talking about the Area 51 and strategies and the team buildings, introducing the team buildings. But I'm kind of saying like a lot of information, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it public, but I'm actually gonna put that session in my angel pack. So I invite you, if you haven't registered to any of my masterminds yet, to go check out mastermind.com and find the Journey to Love, Metatrons Vibes, or the Angel Pack. Okay, these are my most incredible masterminds. Okay, the Journey to Love is really like about painting, about connecting, with the symbols, the energy, and opening your creative channel, the technique of Dottism. So it's the level 1, right? And then the Metatrons Vibes, I start talking about my references, my library, my favorite books, favorite authors, my mentors, everything that actually kept me going in my journey of painting, and that unlocked a lot of potential as well, abilities, and develop my techniques and all of that in painting more complex patterns, like the Metatrons cube. And I added also the Key of Hearts that I just painted, like for my trip to Egypt, to this session. So the Metatrons Vibes is a very good mastermind as well. There's many sessions and hours, but you can take the time that you want, right, to follow it. You don't have to do everything in a weekend. It's at your pace, and whichever mastermind you register to, they are all, I don't withhold information. I give you all the information I have. They're all super high level. Okay, it's just what you are looking for. Okay, the commitment, the Journey to Love is an hour and a half, but you still have a bunch of introduction sessions with the concepts, the radionics, the connectedness, all of this. When I started, if you're new to this journey, then I start with that. Books, travel books are added to this. Everything, all the value I can add is there, right? So whichever you pick, You will be super, there's a lot of value. You'll be super happy with what you find, at least I hope so. It's everything made with my heart. And then the angel pack is 2 exclusive workshops, the Summer Vibes and the Journey to Love, that's actually added in there, plus some books, plus a bunch of improvised sessions that when I have lots of information, like today actually I started recording a 5 minutes happy birthday Navy, and ended up in an hour and a half sessions talking about Area 51s and strategies and stuff like that, team buildings. So that, yeah, you can reuse in every aspect of your life as well, plus the wand and the oracles. I give you a box with the paintings made by me for you, oracle cards, crystals, all of that. This is the angel pack. Okay, so yeah. And the Key of Hearts was available on my YouTube. It still is, but I'm gonna remove all that soon because I do offer a lot of free content. All of my Instagram, everything's free. On my website, you have the Chakra Adventure for free. But doing all this for free doesn't generate any income for me. So if I want to be able to reinvest some income into providing more and more value, like investing in amazing team buildings and stuff like that, I need to actually commercialize that. And also because if you pay for it, you are more committed, right, to it. Because usually if you're watching a free video of an hour, you don't necessarily pay all the attention or realize, because there is a lot of light codes and codes in there in everything, every session, even stuff that I don't even do consciously. Like I consciously, yes, but I don't even do purposely. It's things that come through me, and then when I rewatch the video, I'm like, oh wow, there's actually some crazy information coming that you can understand at many levels of understandings, right? You always have this superficial basic level of understanding in the world, the signifier, sorry. I remember my English teacher was always talking about the signifier and the signified. The signifier is the shell, the words, the letters, the physical word itself that you can see and what it means in a dictionary. And then you have the signified, which is all the figurative. So this is like the other world, right? The Alice in Wonderland, because in this one word that has the small definition on the dictionary, behind that word you have a whole world that depends, the understanding depends on your mindset, your education, your perception, your surroundings, right? And so everything is like a recipe. Every word, every combination, every text, everything that you listen, watch, or even create is understood by everybody at different levels of frequency of consciousness. So sometimes you will watch something, you will understand it a certain way, and you will watch it another year later, and you realize, oh wow, how much deeper that was, and crazy actually, how we're constantly connected to this 0 point timeline, and we're actually all time travelers, right? So I go deeper on that topic on this session. So the Angel Pack on mastermind.com. Yes, because I'm starting team building events as well. I'm about to print, I'm working right now on printing 2 booklets, a booklet for the Flower of Life Art Retreat. So I invite you also to sign up for that if you want to actually meet in person and come here and paint together. You have nothing to worry about, okay? Because when you buy my workshops online, you still have to buy your supplies, right? You go, you buy your paint, your colors that you want, your thing. I provide you with the list and everything. But if you come at my retreat, you have nothing to worry about. You pack your stuff, comfortable, swimming suit, whatever you want. Come to Florida, my house. You're my guest. You don't have to worry about the grocery list, the food, cooking. Everything is here. And we paint, and I show you the books, and we talk about all these topics a lot deeper. And so yes, in 4 days it's going to be so condensed, like you're going to jump start, right? If you've never heard about mandalas before, or paintings or anything, This is the best to come here, because things that took me since 2014 when I started paintings, and even I have a master's degree in communication, all of this, and I've traveled a lot in many countries. So all of this is a condensed information from many, many years that even took me time to even believe to what extent the words are powerful, and the symbols and the paintings and all of that. So if you're just starting, and all the healing, the emotional, the physical healing that goes with it, okay, I'll introduce you to my favorite authors, people who also have made years of research, and all this combined together. You come here for 4 days and you're like, whoo, okay, you don't need to wait 5 years until to figure everything. I'm taking all the most important, and then I can show you proofs, okay? So you don't need to worry. Mostly, sometimes you're by yourself. Things happen to you and you're by yourself, and people around you telling you this is not real, this is not true, or not accurate, or whatever, and you have this self-doubt, or you have no confirmation, okay? So you come here, you have people with you that are in the same mindset and that believe you, so you already have this confidence. You don't need to live with a doubt. You have the information and the confidence, so you're set for a magical start, right? So yeah, and then you can extend 3 more days, May 8th to May 11th. This just relax, visit Florida, St. Augustine's beautiful city here, go to the beach, just enjoy our time. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Nobody signed up, guys. I don't know what you're waiting for. Seriously, I'm excited. Like, it's the second time I'm offering this. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it in the summer, because it's going to be the holidays for my son, unless I put him to a summer camp or something. But for now, this is the only retreat that is scheduled for this year until further notice. So I encourage you to come. I will probably schedule another one in August. We'll see, but to be completely immersed and relaxed, and not to have like being interrupted constantly. I still need to get my son busy in the summer during the holidays, like do activities with him and stuff. I wish he would come and just paint and do activities with us. He does when it's for like 3 hours, but for 3 days, that wouldn't be the same experience. So May, do not miss that, please. I would love to have you here. I have a beautiful pool. I live in a great neighborhood. You can just sit in the garden and stare at the trees, and it's already a leap in consciousness, right? And stress removal, and this, I like my life here. I don't have a stressful life. I like the environment. It's a very highly energetic house and sacred energy center here where I live. I'm by the St. John's River, and my house is like a pyramid with all the artwork, so it's like a power plant here. So yes, I would like to share this with you, and yeah, when I start a video, it's like I'm like for 5 minutes, and then it ends up being hours. But the good thing also when we meet is that we can learn from each other. It's not just me making a video explaining. It's like we actually grow together, because we all have so much to learn from each other. And by you even teaching, I love when people come here and they organize retreats themselves, or they're healers, or whatever you do, and they tell what they do, and they grow because by teaching you're growing, so you come here, you're sharing your art, like the movie I'm working on with Matthias Di Stefano, and for the Yosoi event, it's not just Matthias and me, it's a lot of people. I added as many references as possible, as many interviews from everybody, because it's a collaborative, and this is where we're going with our society. It's more collaborative. What else? And then yes, back to Navy, or any organizations. I offer team buildings now, so I'm working on the booklet as well for that. So 2 booklets, one for the Flower of Life Art Retreat, one for the team building events. There's going to be like Also painting, of course, because by working through painting, you don't have the blocks, right? It's subliminal as well, programming and reprogramming and creative and all that. So, and there's going to be like strategy, interactive activities about psychology, personality test, strategy, all of that. So yeah, I'm excited. Depending on what your organization is on, I adapt, right? I'm going to do these booklets, and then I adapt my content depending on your area of expertise, of course. If you're bakery, you know, you want to do a team buildings for your employees, we're not going to do paintings at the bakery, right? I'm not going to bring paint in a bakery. You have a small business, you guys come here, we do the team building here at my house. I have space for 6 to 8 or 9 people. If you have a greater organization, 20, 30 people, I go to your place and we work on that. All right, so, see, I wanted to do less than 15 minutes on Instagram. I talk so much. Yes, okay, so, yeah, sign up, guys, sign up. Mastermind.com, Journey to Love, Metatrons Vibes, Angel Pack. You can actually go check on my website, pachamamart.org. You have everything. Explore my website, go to masterminds. You have masterminds from all prices, from free to $2,000, to art retreats here at my house, team buildings in your workplace, the language of art and the language of the heart as well, the universal language, the natural, the elemental guidance, the natural language, the universal consciousness, all of this stuff. This is now, like, if you're missing out on that, you're missing out on a huge part of life. Yes, and I'm missing out on some parts of life that I'm not very physical, like, you know, I don't do a lot of sports or dancing, or I used to love to hike or this stuff, you know, and some people are, and that's why this is why we complement each other, right? And I know I'm missing out on a lot. I need to go out more. I live in Florida. I work all the time, painting or working or recording videos. And this is why I'm excited. I set up all of that. If you look on my website, all of this content that I have, now my work is going to be to automatize all of that, so I can be less in front of my computer and more outside, reconnecting with the energy. This is my goal now, is to be more present, to do more of the grounding, physical, hiking, all this stuff. So you can now explore all of that content, right? And connect with all of this part of life. If this is new for you, and even if it's not new, you can always expand. There is so much, it's like dimension within dimensions, all of that. So it always continues, you know, and there is no ending to building bridges between us. Okay, this is the human connections. I was just watching on the Ellen show. There was this amazing interview I posted on my personal Facebook. Human connection, right? This is the essence of life, the love. So yeah, there is not an ending to that. It continues all the time. Honestly, until there is peace everywhere in the world and everybody has a roof over their heads, I think the job is not done, right? I think this is the basics, at least the basics of life, that everybody has a roof over their head and peace everywhere. No more war, no more crimes. Why do people commit crimes? Where does the frustration come from? Where do we heal the inner child? You know, all of that is all psychology, everything. Yeah, okay. And then, the two art retreats here, May 4th to May 8th or 11th, and the team buildings, right? And then if you you can also look my website, Original Art, if you want some artworks, or the Mother Earth Mandala Oracle. I did a pretty cool reading also with my Mother Earth Mandala Oracle. Here, let's pull a card for you, Instagram. I'm just recording the... Oh, I'm just all about this. See, patchwork here. This is the card that's coming today. I love that. Patchwork. This is one of my favorite artworks that I created. Number 7. Bringing heaven on earth. This is the energy of number 7. Bringing heaven on earth. Okay, so what do you see when you look at this artwork? This is interesting. You have the surface, right? On the surface, what do you see? The first thing you see is the yin-yang. Okay, everybody knows this symbol, the Buddhism symbol, the yin and yang, the good and the good within the bad within the good, the equilibrium, the balance, the finding our centers, and all of this concept that I think most of people know. But then when you look again, what is it? It's also a patchwork. Okay, so look at all the dots. How do you analyze, interpret that? Okay, each dot, for me, when I look at this painting, each dot is a person. Okay, this is like the world. Each dot is a person. And each person belongs to a group, right? In their specific location. And each group has their own colors, their own patterns, their own culture, right? And so you see all these little patchworks of colors. They're like our culture, our societies, our groups, our affinities and stuff. And then you realize that without each one of these dots, without each one of these groups, the picture wouldn't be perfect. If you want a perfect picture, it's because all of us, we're all a piece of the puzzle. We all complete it. Okay, so each one is important. They're all complementary. So this is, the meaning of this card, patchwork. Let's see what the card says. Yep, this is this. Okay. Every piece of this patchwork is made of different patterns and color combinations in order to remind us that we do not need to all be going in the same direction to be connected. Can you picture how subjective truth can be when we all live in the very same world in different realities? Each point of this painting is a soul. Each shape is a group. And despite their differences, they are one. All are working together for the same purpose, to create a balancing energy and to spread it around as a map of unity. There is a little typo here. Differences are to the world what shades are to color. Differences are to the world what shades are to color. An opportunity to highlight each other's vibrance, beauty, and authenticity. We are one. Yes. We don't need to all be going the same direction, okay? But we all have one common soul purpose, okay? Is to be one love, one collective. And this unconditional love, I'm talking about it in another one of my YouTube, I think, but we all preach the universal unconditional love, right? But when it comes to our personal relationship, it's hard to go past these jealousy or this suffering or just wanted the best for each other, you know? Man, it's like, it's crazy. It's like, I want the best for everybody. It's like, even like people argue with, and I'm like, man, I just wish you the best, because once you have the best, you just gonna leave me alone, like, or you're just gonna stop being in opposition with everything, you know? So even your enemies, even your person, let's hope we don't have enemies, but even the persons you dislike, the best, the most efficient thing that you can wish for them, even if it's not always easy, we all have this kind of satisfaction when someone who did you wrong is like, well, karma, huh? Well, you know, this is the first kind of satisfying thing we can experience. Well, in fact, the best, most efficient thing you can wish for someone is that is the best for them, because once they're living their best life, they won't want to be in opposition with the rest. They won't want to bother. They will be okay, will be happy. They will accept someone else's difference, right? If something doesn't trigger me, it doesn't bother me. You know, what was this example? For example, one day my neighbor, she was complaining about something. You know, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that for me that was just so really like, oh yeah, there were workers in the street, I think further, and they were blocking our street, right? And so I had to park just for this one day. I had to park like out a little bit further, right? Just before, because they were blocking the street. And I just couldn't care less. Like for me, I didn't even like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I park here. I'll bring the car in later, you know? And then my neighbor is outside and she's just upset. She's like, this is unacceptable. Oh my goodness. Like, I can't believe they're here. They were cutting trees, you know, so they were like big trucks, like cutting trees and stuff. I can't believe this and stuff. And I know my neighbor. I know she's in stress because she's, you know, her mother is not well or things like that. And she's older. She has this anxiety and stuff. So it made me laugh because I was like, it's okay, relax. Like, it's okay, like it's not gonna change your day, you know. And why, you know, don't be upset with that. It's not gonna change anything. And it's like, yeah, but blah blah blah. And that made me laugh because that made me realize, I was like, you see, really the problems is like the things that trigger you. If something, or for example, I don't have any complex for my weight. For example, I think I have my perfect weight, and if I put on weight, I lose it really quickly. So I don't mind if I put on weight a little bit. I joke about it, and I know I'm gonna re-lose it and stuff like that. But someone who has weight problems, and it doesn't even mean being fat, because for me, if I'm like 5 pounds bigger, I feel bad, I feel fat. I'm like, oh, this is not my perfect weight. I need to be really skinny to be in my perfect weight, right? So if I'm like 5 pounds bigger, I feel bad, I feel dirty. So there's no one model of like how to have your perfect weight. You know, people would tell me, but you're so slim. I'm like, no, this is not my perfect weight. I don't care if I look slim, if I look big, whatever. This is not, I have to be really skinny so I feel good. And so, and some people that they are more like curves and stuff, and they're beautiful like that, and they love their body. There's no one perfect body. It's like, how do you feel perfect for yourself? But if someone is gonna attack me on my weight, they can go, because I don't have any complex with my body. It's like, you know. But someone who has already a complex, if you will attack them on that, it will trigger, and so that generates like frustration. So what is the best that you can wish for them is to help them reach to their perfect weight, to encourage them, you know, because once that they reach, they remove those triggers, those things that block them and create reactions. They won't be taking offense anymore. They will be proud of it. So the conflicts disappear when you wish the best, when people reach their best, right? So this is the best to wish for each other, right? So let's stop with that. Have a great day, everybody. I hope you come here to Florida in May. Have a great weekend, and stay in touch for the movie. Yes, coming soon, really soon, here in the next few days. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.